Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Miss English podcast. I am your host, Sochiata, and I am so thrilled to have you here with us today for what I think is one of our most fun and imaginative topics yet.
And I am Mr. Saroon. It is always a pleasure to sit in this studio with you, Sochiata. I must say, the energy in the room today feels a bit different, like there's a bit of magic in the air.
You are right about that. Today, we are asking ourselves and our listeners a very big question. What would you do if you woke up tomorrow as a millionaire? Just imagine, you open your eyes, check your phone, and there it is, a bank balance with 7 digits.
Wow. Just the thought of it makes my heart beat a little faster. If I woke up and saw that many zeros in my account, I think my first reaction would be total disbelief. I would probably rub my eyes 100 times thinking I was still dreaming.
I think I would scream. I would probably jump out of bed and dance around the room. But honestly, Mr. Saroon, after the initial shock wears off, what is the very first thing you would actually do? Like in the first hour?
Softly? Honestly, I think I would make a very quiet cup of coffee. I would sit on my balcony, look at the sunrise, and just breathe. I would want to savor that feeling of total security and freedom before the world starts calling me.
Admiringly. That is so poetic. I love that. For me, I think I would immediately call my mother. I would tell her to quit her job right then and there. I want to be able to say, "Mom, don't worry about anything ever again." That would be the greatest gift.
Moved. That is beautiful, Sochiata. Using that wealth to care for the people who raised us is a noble first step. It brings a real sense of peace to know that you can protect your family from financial stress.
Curiously, but let's talk about the fun stuff too. $1 million is a lot of money. Would you go on a shopping spree? Maybe a new car or a big house?
You know me, Sochiata. I am a simple man. I don't need a Ferrari. But I've always dreamed of having a massive library. A room with floor-to-ceiling bookshelves, a sliding ladder, and a very comfortable leather chair. That would be my ultimate luxury.
Oh, I can see it now. You would be like the Beast in Beauty and the Beast with that giant library. For me, it's all about travel. I would book a first-class ticket to Switzerland. I want to stay in a chalet in the Alps, drink hot chocolate, and look at the snow. I've never seen real snow like that before.
Dreamily. Switzerland sounds wonderful. The air there must be so crisp. But tell me, after the travel and the library, what about the long term? How do we make sure that $1 million doesn't just disappear?
Seriously, that is the responsible side of the dream, isn't it? If I woke up a millionaire, I would definitely hire a financial advisor. I think it's important to invest in education and future projects. I'd want to start a foundation to help students learn English for free.
Proudly. I knew you would say something like that. Your heart is always in teaching. I would do something similar. I'd love to fund local artists and craftsmen here in Cambodia, helping them bring our culture to the international stage without them having to worry about their daily expenses.
Thoughtfully. It's interesting how our dreams change when the money isn't an obstacle. We move from how do I survive to how can I help? Do you think money changes people, Mr. Saroon?
Reflectively, I think money is like a magnifying glass. If you are a kind person, wealth allows you to be even kinder. If you are a selfish person, wealth just makes you more powerful in your selfishness. It reveals the true character.
With conviction. I agree. I think having that much money would be a big responsibility. It's not just about the fancy dinners, which, let's be honest, I would definitely have. It's about the legacy you leave behind.
Playfully. Speaking of fancy dinners, what is the most expensive meal you would order? No budget.
Oh, definitely some high-end Wagyu beef, or maybe a gold leaf dessert, just once, just to see what the fuss is about. What about you?
Smiling. I think I would fly a world-class chef to my house to cook a traditional Khmer meal, but with the finest ingredients in the world. Imagine the best amok you've ever had, prepared with such precision. That would be heaven.
Excitedly. Can I come to that dinner? I'll bring the expensive sparkling water.
Of course, you are the first on the guest list. But Sochiata, let's ask our listeners. If you are listening right now, close your eyes for a second. Imagine that notification on your phone. How does your body feel?
Softly. That's a great exercise. I think many people would feel a weight lift off their shoulders. The weight of rent, the weight of debt, the weight of wondering if they can afford the next big thing. That relief is what people are really chasing when they dream of being a millionaire.
wisely. Exactly. It is the peace of mind. But we must also remember that you don't need $1 million to start building a life you love. Wealth can be found in our health, our friends, and our growth in language learning.
Happily. You always bring it back to a beautiful point, Mr. Sarun. Even if we aren't millionaires today, we are rich in so many other ways. But it's still fun to dream about the chalet in Switzerland.
Oh, absolutely. Dreaming is free, and it keeps our spirits high. I think I'll go home and research those bookshelves tonight, just in case the universe decides to drop $1 million in my lap tomorrow morning.
And to our listeners, thank you for joining us on this little dream journey. We hope this episode inspired you to think about your goals and what truly matters to you. What would you do? Send us a message and let us know.
Yes, we would love to hear your dreams. Until next time, keep practicing your English and keep dreaming big.
Cheerfully. Goodbye, everyone. See you in the next episode of the Miss English podcast.